Hello, everyone. Welcome to Coaching Teng Talk. So I am Life Coach Candee Teng. I am a professional CACC life coach and a certified mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. And this is coaching for mindful eating. So this coaching conversation is for people who sees food as life, but who are being challenged by what they eat, which causes them physical, emotional, and mental stress. And my mission is to help 1 million individuals to become mentally fit, to heal and recover from their broken identity, broken name, and broken dreams so that they can courageously journey outside of their comfortable lifestyle to live responsibly. So thank you for joining me live today. And please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. Please do tag a friend as well and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing for this session. You may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring message. So if you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. So I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI-Connect. So if you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. So my topic for this session is all about stress eating. Ayan. So sino dito ang mga nag-stress eat? So I am one, no? I'm very, very guilty with this stress eating. And usually when you are doing or you are having a stress eating episode, no, what are the food that you usually eat? Ayan, please do share with me. So before I proceed, I would like to greet the couple coaches. The couple coach, andito na po sila, si Coach Teen and si Coach Sean. Sabi nga ni Coach Sean, good morning, mindful eaters. Okay. So in case you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Coach Candee Teng. Again, I'm a certified CACC life coach and a certified mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. And of course, I am a proud Master Builder Apprentice of Master Coach A, and we build tribe as we help your unstoppable dream to come true. I am also a proud scholar of Master Coach A's public speaking program. No, it's Master Coach A's Tribe Speak, a 6 step to 6 figure speaking career training program. I am also the founder and creator of When Comfort is Not Too Comfortable coaching community. So you can see there, you can either be comfortable with pain or pained with comfort. So life offers rewards and lessons for every choice that you make. Again, the mission of this group is to help you and journey with you to become mentally fit so you can heal and recover from whatever that has broken your identity, broken your name, and broken your dreams, so that you can finally and courageously journey outside of that comfortable lifestyle to live responsibly and to enjoy life. And of course, I am a proud coachee of Master Coach A. Ayan. So our partnership is 3 years now, no? Ongoing pa rin naman po. And the moment I got Master Coach A as my life coach. We have been working with mental fitness. It's actually all about mental fitness. For those who don't know, I was clinically diagnosed with multiple mental disorders, mental illnesses, and one of them is actually eating disorder. So I was anorexic, bulimic for parang iniisip ko. I think I started around 18. Yeah. And recently lang yan, until I think the healing was I got, I think 33 ako. So ganun siya katagal. So it has been that long. So it's a step by step process. Before kasi it's really extreme. It's either I won't eat, it's just I eat. I don't eat, or if I eat, I will just throw up. I will binge eat and I will throw up. So yun naging cycle, no, ng aking eating pattern. So hello Coach Nords, magandang morning. Ayan. And the first step was actually being aware of this, being aware of the patterns that I have. That's why last week, the last episode, it was all about your eating cycle, the patterns that you have. And usually what challenges many people is actually when stress eating comes in. And the moment that we are stressed, we immediately almost look into food and we want to grab something and eat something, no? So that's what we will be talking about for this episode. So in case you want to connect with me, this is my page, Life Coach Candy, as well. This is my group, When Comfort is Not Too Comfortable Coaching Community. Again, the mission of this group is to provide resources to help you become mentally fit so you can courageously journey and live responsibly regardless of your mental health condition. So if you are one who is suffering from mental health challenges, then know that there is hope. It is possible for you because it was possible for me to be healed. In case you want to connect with me personally, drop me some notes, ask me some questions. Then I invite you to connect with me. So this is my personal page. Ayan. FB personal page. Yeah. Personal personal account. Ayan. And of course, I invite you to like the Cup Coffee Republic. It is where I am presently located, and it is the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. I invite you to become a blessing, no, as you bless someone with a meal from the Cup Coffee Republic and allow us to be a channel of love, or a channel of light, a channel of healing. And along with with your meal, of course, please do send um a note, a personal message of um, encouragement, of love, of appreciation, and yan, even forgiveness. So we invite you to just join us in this movement and allow us to become a blessing, a channel of blessing to someone as you touch them with your generosity. Ayan. So before I proceed, of course, I invite you to become intentional in getting your hashtag pack my bag moment. Hello, Coach Marife. Ayan. So your hashtag pack my bag moment are key points, aha moments, words sharing, lessons that resonated with you. These are powerful truths that speaks to your heart and even pinches your heart. And usually when you get this, you say, I got it, I'm done, I got what I paid for. Yun yung hinahanap ko, yun na yun. Ayan. And of course, you can also put a context so people will know where your hashtag pack my bag moment comes from. You can put hashtag coaching think talk, hashtag mindful eating, and hashtag mentally fit Philippines. Yes, magkasama po si mindful eating and si mentally fit Philippines because the way we eat actually tells so much about our mental state. And of course, I encourage you to post your hashtag pack my bag moment on your timelines. You get to bless other people as well, especially for those who needs to hear and see your aha moment. And if you know someone who will benefit from our discussion for this episode about stress eating, then I encourage you to go ahead and tag them, and show them some love. Yeah. So again, this is coaching for mindful eating to just get everything in ano no in a live perspective. Mindful eating is actually your relationship, a healthy relationship with food. It is all about your relationship with food. And of course, mindfulness involves just paying attention to the present moment. So since it's mindful eating, you want to be mindful, you want to be present in the eating process. It's from the selection of food to the moment you eat, after you eat, ayan. So during your eating, ayan. So mindful eating is simply eating with your full awareness on your food again and the entire eating process. Hello, Master Coach, Jasmine. Ayan. Ayan. So sino ano nito, no? Sino nakaka-relate nito at sino nakaka-rinig nito? Stress is the search spelled backward. So this has been an ongoing meme. I don't know if you have encountered this, but this is the usually go-to, no, of people who are stressed. They usually go for sweet. So if you are one, hashtag relate. Ako po, relate na relate ako dito. At sasabi nga dito, no, that sometimes, oftentimes, no, I see dessert before, no, as really something that's food for sanity. If I'm really stressed, if yun siya, stress and my um, emotional feeling, no, is not really well, I just grab desserts. So any dessert. So I have a sweet tooth, ayan. But lately, ano siya, I think it's 2 months now, nawala, ano siya, na-balance out yung craving for sweets. But yeah, so sino po dito yung nakaka-relate with stress is desserts spelled backwards. Ayan. Hashtag si Coach Joanna. Hashtag relate. Ayan. So whenever we're stressed, we usually just grab whatever it is that we want to eat, kung ano meron. But oftentimes, it's sweets. We really go for the sweets. We go for that sugar rush. Ayan. And we also go for junk foods. Ayan. Hashtag guilty. Guilty din po ako. Ayan. So, ayan. The question is, do you think you are a stress eater? Ayan. So feel free to share with me. Again, this is a safe space. Whether you are a stress eater or not, it's a safe space. It's okay. Ayan. Are you a stress eater? So I will be honest. Ako, I am, but I am still, no, I'm still managing it. That's why we have coaching for mindful eating and coaching for mental fitness. Ayan. So there are actually biological reasons that so many people eat when stressed. So when a person is physically or emotionally stressed, the body actually releases a hormone called cortisol, or the stress hormone. So cortisol does a lot of things, no, including increasing food cravings for foods high in sugar or fat. Ayan. Hello, Fred and Nicolas. Good morning. So, thank you for joining. Ayan. So, now you know why when you are stressed, you usually go for something sweet or something that is on junk, no, mga carbs, mga high in fat. Again, when you're stressed, when you're physically or emotionally and mentally stressed, your body release a hormone which is called cortisol, which increases your food cravings for foods particularly high in sugar or in fat. And stress also increases the hormones that produces feeling of hunger. So if you can see this, we all heard this, that stress is very detrimental, or it weakens your immune system. Now you see that this is another effect of stress, that stress is harmful to your mind and your body. Ayan. So hindi lang po siya mind, but your body as well. So it's especially important to be mindful during periods of time, those times that you are, of course, experiencing stress. The more that we need to be mindful eaters, no? So ito po talaga yun. That's why we are discussing stress eating. Hashtag relate, hashtag guilty, hashtag relate ako sa sarili kong stress man. Okay. So stress makes it much more likely that you will, yan na, ito ha, yan, that you will, nasabay sila lumabas, that you will experience hunger even though you have already had plenty to eat. Ayan, hashtag relate. So ayan, relate na relate po ko dito, no? That even after eating, you feel that you are hungry. So eating when your body doesn't need food actually increases the chance of course, an intentional weight gain and can negatively affect your health. So just because you're hungry, of course, doesn't mean you should eat. So we should all have this picture that hunger is actually a signal that you should consider eating. Hindi po automatically, if I'm hunger, I eat. Ayan. Again, hunger is a signal that you should consider eating. So consider it first. You have to be mindful. You have to think of it first. Ayan. But if you, of course, you have already had enough to eat, then make the decision to pass. Because oftentimes, no, oftentimes, sino makaka-delete dito? Pag stress talaga, feeling mo talaga hindi ka nabubusog. Kahit anong kainin mo, hindi ka nabubusog. Yan. Diba? Hashtag relate, hashtag guilty. So you want to be able to become mindful of your hunger. Again, Your purpose of eating is not only to enjoy food, but it's also to provide nutrition to your body. So once you have already fed your body and 'di ba, stress ka pa, feeling mo hungry ka pa, you want to be able to consider if it is still helpful for your body. If kaya pa ba ng katawan mo, or are you just eating because of stress? Now, the second one is, of course, eating when you're not hungry. Ayan. Sino dito yung kumakain kahit hindi gutom? So if eating makes you feel better, your brain actually doesn't care if you're hungry or not. It will make eating seem like a great idea. So sino po dito yung whenever you're bored, you get to eat? Alam mo yun, automatically, if you don't have something to do, even if you're not hungry, you want to eat. And of course, it has been a response, no? And of course, whenever we're stressed, well, physically, emotionally, mentally, ayan, do you find yourself that you catch yourself eating, even if you are not hungry? Ayan, parang nakaka-experience ako ng stress. Ayan, kailangan ko itong pagkain. So unfortunately, eating when your body doesn't need food, again, leads to weight gain. So which contributes to the development of many diseases. So we all know that stress affects us, but ito pa yon, di ba? Pag nag-stress ka, tapos na-stress eating ka pa, then double trouble. So double trouble, no? Because of course, the food that you eat affects your body as well, affects your physical health as much as your mental health. Okay. Yan. So, stress makes it, again, much more likely that you will, ayan na, excited sila, lumalabas sila lahat, eat unhealthy food. So, under stress, many people will actually resort to eating all sorts of things they know they shouldn't eat. Alam mo naman talagang hindi okay sa health mo. 'Di ba? You know that it doesn't have that nutritional value. You know that it is bad for your health. But since you have that craving, but since you are under stress, no, you just have to know that you have to eat it. Be it chips, ice cream, processed meats, sweets, cakes, chocolate bar, whatever sweets that is, and other unhealthy foods actually suddenly become even more appealing than they usually are. So yung usually na something, yung alam mo yung dati hindi mo pinapansin na food, and suddenly parang sarap niya na. Parang gusto ko nga i-try yan. Ayan. So stress makes you likely to eat unhealthy food. So hindi lang basta-bastang food, no? It is unhealthy. Sabi nga ni Coach Warife, hashtag relate. Don't worry, Coach Warife, hashtag relate din naman ako. Of course. And next, of course, stress will likely make you eat too much. Ayan, ayan. So, eto talaga mga guilty talaga ako dito. So, eating while stressed is likely to result in overeating. And not only do you eat too much, but you're likely to be eating again, since it's connected, unhealthy foods. Ayan. So ako, I'm very guilty din dito. I can finish one bag of chips. It's really normal to me. It's actually more challenging for me to eat, and then alam mo yon, to not finish it and put it aside. So I have this wiring in my brain that when I open something, I have to finish it. Of course, it's part of the upbringing process as well, no? But it's something that I am as well improving on. Kasi isipin mo na lang, pag stress eating ka na, di ba? Tapos nabuksan mo na-recognize ko na brain mo na kailangan niya ubusin. Nako, oo. So, we all know, again, it can lead to weight gain and of course, many physical side effects when it comes to your health. It allows you to become unhealthy, okay? And of course, next one is you eat in a way that makes you feel even worse. Ayan, sino dito yung nakaka-experience after you eat it, then you realize, nako, kumain na naman ako na something unhealthy. Ayan. And of course, if you're into watching your health and watching your gait, then there, 'di ba, nandoon na yung guilt, papasok na yung guilt. So if you're eating when your body doesn't need food, And when you're eating foods that aren't good for you, you're almost certainly going to feel worse after you eat. Of course, nandoon yung physical effect of sluggishness, of wanting to sleep, na yung drowsiness, yung sleepiness, because that's the effect, no? And of course, if you're someone who really takes care of your health, who watches especially your weight, then syempre you will feel bad after eating. So if you can see, the relief is just stress eating relief is just temporary. It's temporary. It's just in that moment, but after that, eventually you feel even worse. Sabi ni Coach Marife, it cannot be helped by the smallest size bag of chips. Yes, Coach Marife, tama. There's certain ways really that you can no, that you can make some switch. Yeah. And lastly, of course, when you eat mindlessly in general, so when you are under stress, it will likely make you eat mindlessly in general. So it's very contradicting to mindful eating. That's why we want to be able to really practice mindful eating despite the stress that we feel. Ayan. So eating mindlessly in general, it because stress takes your mind off the eating experience. Diba syempre pag kumakain ka, madami kang iniisip. You're more likely to find yourself eating while watching TV, watching YouTube videos, thinking about whatever is causing you stress, or even daydreaming. Sino dito yung mahilig kung pag kumakain, tumutulala? Ayan, that's one of my habits before, no? It's whenever I'm eating, nakatulala, tapos ang bilis-bilis ko kumain. Yan. Okay. So, of course, now, knowing what ano no stress may do to us, of course, what are the strategies to avoid the tendency to eat poorly during stressful times? Of course, we cannot remove stress, no, because stress is a normal part of our lives. And what we can do is to empower you to respond positively, even if there are stressful things that is challenging you. Even if you're challenged, even if you are stressed, there are things that you still can do. Ayan. So the first is actually to ayan, keep track of your food intake. So there are applications. So my favorite application in tracking my food intake is actually my Fitness Pal. Ayan. So first is to keep track of your food intake. If you want it journal, then you can have it journal. If you're someone who wants it writing, no, we have planners here. We have journals here at the Cup Coffee Republic where you can actually plan and track down your food and water intake. So it's something that you may want to consider. So if you want to avail of this, I encourage you to connect with me or connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661. Ayan. So, sino dito po yung nagtatrack ng food? Ayan. So, if you're tracking food, feel free to share with us what applications you use or what you usually do when you track your food intake. Okay? So, if you're feeling stressed on a regular basis, and of course, many people, especially these days, we all know that, especially in the new normal, it's actually good to track your food intake, especially because we are in stressful times. So you want to be able to become mindful so you can take care of not only your eating patterns, but of course, your health in general. So there are plenty of free apps, sabi ko nga, like my Fitness Pal, no, which I really, really like. And it makes it very easy to track not only the food, but the calories, the macronutrients, the micronutrients, the water intake, and even your exercises. So, yeah. So having an actual number to look at makes it easier to gauge if you have a legitimate reason to eat. Ayan. And I find this very, very helpful na, the planning and tracking of meals. Of course, next is to assess your hunger. So you want to be able, if you're feeling hungry, then you want to be able to ask yourself, are you really hungry, or are you hungry because you're stressed, or is it just a feeling? Okay, so you want to be able to take an objective look at your hunger. So hindi tayo yung basta no, I feel hungry, I eat. Ayan, so ganyan. So you want to be able to ask yourself, did you eat recently? What anong oras ka last, what is the time that you last ate your snack or your meal. And you want to be able to as well ask yourself, have you been engaged on a lot of physical activity since you last ate? Do you actually feel hungry, or do you just have the urge to eat? Ayan, it's very important, especially if you look at the physical activity, because oftentimes na yung brain lang natin, sanay lang talaga siya nagsisignal sa atin ng hunger. But if you really look at it and evaluate, first you'll see that, kunyari, no, just like 2 hours ago, I ate. So actually, it takes at least 3 hours for your food to digest, no, properly. Ganun siya. So pag titingnan mo siya, is it proper for you to eat? Will it help you? It help your digestive system, no? If you eat agad, or you'll be sending it into overtime mode, no? And of course, you want to be able to ask yourself, is there a reason for me to be hungry? Is it a very objective reason? Have I moved enough? Have I exercised? Have I done a work? Kasi if you're just sitting and you're not doing much of physical activity, then you want to be able to assess if you're really hungry, or you just want to eat, or you just have the urge to eat. So remember, if you're not hungry, do your best. Adja, do your best not to eat. So if you simply have to eat in spite of course, no, of not truly needing to, then try to eat something healthy. You want to be able to switch the food that you usually eat. So you want to be able to eat something with minimal calories, and the best minimal calories are actually vegetables, no. For others, they eat carrot sticks, no. Carrot sticks, lettuce, other greens, celery, broccoli, and cauliflower are some of the example of foods that are particularly calorie free, and that can help you as well in terms of your health function. And it provides, of course, excellent nutritional value for your body. Ayan, sabi ni Coach Marife. High carbs, high sugar equals sleepy. Yes, yan po yung sinasabi natin, sugar rush, no, for those who don't know. Pag kumakain po tayo ng carbs, when we eat something of high carbs, especially of high fats as well, of course, it's high in sugar. That's why you get the sugar rush. But after that sugar rush, bam, you got sugar crash. So that's when you feel really, really sleepy. Ayan. You can go do the rule of half when cravings comes. Ayan, so isang ano din yan ni Coach Marife, because Coach Marife is into nutrition talaga, no. So ayan, sabi ni Coach Marife, if you really have the craving, then the rule of half. So half portion lang kakainin mo. Yes, agree Coach Marife. Oftentimes when you feel hungry, what you can do first is to drink a glass of water, because oftentimes we confuse hunger from dehydration. Now, if it's you're still hungry, then that's the time again that you again assess yourself. Assess, no? Pag hungry ka ba talaga, or ano na siya, or you just have the inclination to eat. So you want to be able to look at that, okay? Ayan. So oftentimes kasi yung ano is dehydration. Yes. Tama, Coach Felipe. Of course, next is make healthy choices. Ayan. So if you're feeling stressed but it's actually in time to have a meal. So ito talaga, may meal na, no? So of course, again, if it's meal and you're stressed, malamang, like what I discussed earlier, you can actually overeat. So, focus here, you want to be able to focus here more than ever on eating healthy food, especially on times of stress, because we are just not that mindful, but actually the food you eat can bring healing. If you're stressed, the food you eat matters. It can either elevate the levels of your stress, because there are food that is high, that is high in in fats, in fats, especially in fats, that releases as well, that helps increase your the production of your cortisol level. But there are food as well that helps you manage stress and combat stress by lowering down the hormones, that the cortisol, no, yung stress hormones mo. So you want to be able to really become mindful with the food that you eat. So it's so easy to, of course, eat poorly during stressful times, that your food selection especially very important. So healthy foods will allow your mind and body to heal, to deal, not only to heal, to deal, no, but to heal with as well from stress more effectively. And the last thing you need is, of course, to create even more stress by eating poorly and becoming sick. Ayan, di ba? When you eat poorly, again, we all know the physical side effects of it. No, when we eat poorly, we become unhealthy, and of course, when you become unhealthy, sickness, mabilis po tayong makakuha ng any kind of sickness. Yan. Sabi ni Coach Nords, make healthy choices. Yes. Ayan. So, here, ayan. Next is eat slowly. Ayan. Ito po, challenge po talaga ako dito sa eat slowly because naka times 10 po talaga yung eating ko, no? I really have to exert effort and be mindful talaga to eat slowly. Eat slowly. It's actually not the number of chews that I am working at. Kasi kaya ko yung, when you say 25 chews, I can do 25 chews kasi nga naka-fast forward. But still, it's quick. It's quick. So I have to really become mindful in eating slowly. So sino po dito yung you want to also work on eating slowly. Okay, so eat slowly. So one of the most, of course, effective ways to avoid overeating is to eat slowly. And when you say slowly, very slowly. So you want to be able to decide that you're getting to take small bites, and chew ridiculously slow. So kaya may ridiculously slow because you want to be able to, alam mo yung exaggerated slow, because of course we own have our own pacing when we chew and we eat, no? So you want to be ridiculously slow, you want to exaggerately slow your pace. So chew your food at least 30 times. Ayan. For if this works for you, go ahead. Again, it's a coaching process, so do what fits for you, no? And did you know it actually takes at least correct me if if ano, no, alam ko it's 20 to 30 minutes for your brain to recognize the food that you are eating, for it to register. Syempre na magta-travel pa siya, di ba? Sa ano natin, but it takes 20 to 30 minutes for your brain to register, to recognize you are full. Ayan. So if you're someone like me to who's ano, no, fast forward talaga yung eating, who can devour talaga, who can devour and finish a meal in less than 5 minutes, usually 2-3 minutes tapos na akong kumain. Ayan, ganun po talaga ako kabilis kumain. So oftentimes, especially if nandun na ako sa feeling of I'm really hungry and I need to eat, I tend to order a lot kasi I'll order tapos I'm not full, so I'll eat another plate, another serving, another dish. So that has been the way that I was eating, no? So this really works, the eat slowly. And of course, as you eat slowly, another thing that you can do is to take a small drink of water between each bite. Ayan. So this is something that I have not practiced because it's a mindset, no, doon sa amin growing up from a Chinese family, that soup, you only drink soup when it's either a beginning or after finishing your meal. Ganon din sa water and sa drink. So it's something that's deeply ingrained in my brain, but I really work on this as well, no? So you can be, that's water, ha? That's water, not juice, not soda, or anything else. I said, take a small drink of water. Ayan, guys, water po, water. Okay. Yan. Yes, sabi ni Coach Marie, 15 to 20 minutes. Ayan. Ayan, so sabi ni Coach, eat slowly, present, sabi ni Coach, ni Coach Teen. Hello, Lady Jen. Ayan. Eat, chew, talk, breath, sip, smile, repeat. May formula si Coach Maripe. Ayan. Next is, of course, eat without distraction. So, ito yung sinasabi ni Coach Maripe. No radio, no chatting, ayan. No TV, no cell phone, no books. It's just you and your food. Again, mindful eating is your relationship with food. So, think about this na you're having a relationship with someone, no? Kunyari, nasa date kayo, you're thinking about you and your person, di ba? Gusto mo na nandoon lang yung attention mo sa kanya. And it's the same with food. Just think that you are dating with the food because it's a relationship with the food. Ayan. So gusto ni food, ako lang ang pansinin mo. Ganon. So you want to be able to eat without distraction. And when you are actually able to do that, you actually become it'll be faster. It'll be faster, easier for you to practice mindful eating and mindfulness. Ayan. But ang ganda nun, di ba? Isipin mo lang, nagde-date kayo ni food, may kadate ka, pero ang kadate mo ay yung pagkain mo. And of course, ito, ayan. So, of course, you can, of course, relieve your stress in other ways. There's so many other ways to to relieve your stress rather than eating. So if you don't have a legitimate biological need to eat, ibig sabihin hindi ka naman talaga hunger, it's best not to eat. So regardless of how tough you are, you must be able to deal, of course, with stress that's pushing you to eat, or you'll eventually fail. So you have to deal with the source of your stress. Yeah. So of course, stress eating is just an aspect, of course, of the way we respond to stress. There are also other ways that we usually respond to stress, but for you to be able to really be able to practice constantly, and of course, we don't like stress in our life, so you want to be able to know how to deal with the stress itself, with the stress in itself. Okay, so that's pushing you to eat or whatever no, unhealthy things that you are doing to yourself. So you'll eventually give in if you don't find something else to do. Ayan. So if you don't get to really handle the stress, alam mo yun, no matter how mindful eating you are doing, eventually, as the stress peak is there, di ba, nandyan yung stress mo, it's still present, eventually it will continue to to become big, no? To become big. It will continue to pile up. And even if ano, if you're practicing this mindful eating, eventually eventually the stress will just kick in and overpower whatever you're practicing is practicing. Okay, especially in mindful eating, eventually na-overpower pa rin siya ng stress. So you want to be able to address your stress as well and to find other ways, of course, to relieve your stress that complements as well mindful eating. So some stress relieving ideas is you can go for a walk, you can read a book, of course, you can call someone, you can talk to someone, of course, clean your space. Dito yung if nai-stress and feel nila yung cluttered yung mind nila, they clean. Ako, I'm one of this. The physical space is actually the way I gauge the physical space is the way I gauge as well yung mental state ko, if it's cluttered, if it's okay, no, if okay siya. Ayan, so clean your space, of course. For others, meditate on the word of God. You can take a nap lang po. Nap is just 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. Or you can take a hot shower or bath. For some, di ba, nagpapa-massage. Ayan. Okay? So we have Ad Adumati Isaac. Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good morning. And Felma Angelica. So thank you for joining. Okay. And of course, before I leave, I want to present this to you. No, it says here, food can distract you from your pain, but food cannot take away your pain. In fact, overeating the wrong foods can create more pain. Ayan, it can create more pain for you psychologically, emotionally. So the best way really is for you to face your pain and embrace your pain and get that courage to journey on what the pain. Again, pain is a beautiful thing because pain shows you it is a signal that something needs to be changed, that something needs to be addressed in your life. So take pain positively. Ayan. So stress-related eating is very, very common, but that doesn't mean you have to allow stress to affect the way you eat. Stress affects the way you feel compelled, of course, stress affects the way you feel compelled to eat. But you always have a choice. You are empowered to make a choice to eat healthily and to eat mindfully instead. So mindful eating is a way to combat stress-related eating and its negative effects on your diet and especially on your health, not only physically but emotionally and mentally as well. So when you eat mindfully by paying attention to what you eat, you get more pleasure with fewer calories. Ayan. So become an expert on your own eating habits and methods. So this is a great practice, of course, for paying attention to your eating. So it's also very informative, no? It's much easier, of course, to eat well and maintain a healthy weight if you know and you are aware of the circumstances in which you're most likely to eat nutritiously or give in to unhealthy food. So if you want to know the cycles of how you eat, I encourage you to look through the video of the last episode. Last week I talked about the cycle of eating. So from there you can um track and you can record, you can assess the ways that the moments that you are stressed and how you actually respond to stress so that you can apply this in your journey to mindful eating. So knowing your motivations for eating is very, very important. Knowing your motivations, knowing your intention for eating is very important. So you'll be actually surprised but by what you can actually learn about yourself as you go through this process. And with this information, of course, you'll be in a much better position to eat properly and maximize your health. And with that, of course, I invite you to journey with me towards mindful eating. So this is a coaching bundle, no? It has a coaching bundle. It includes worksheet and an ebook on mindful eating where you get to not only eat mindfully, but you get to discover more about yourself, more about what causes you stress, more about your cycles, more about your patterns, your mindsets on eating, on stress, and everything related to mindfulness that actually affects your mental health, your emotional health, and your physical health as well. So I invite you to journey with me to book a discovery session. These are my contact details. And as you journey with me, you eventually will become an expert on your own eating habits and methods. And this is of course a great practice of paying attention to your eating. And as we journey together, you also get to practice mindful eating. And because of mindful eating, you naturally develop the skill of being mindful, which can greatly, greatly, greatly influence other areas of your life. Oftentimes, people find mindfulness something that is hard, no, that is challenging. But it can be easy, it is possible even when you start it with mindful eating. Because as you become mindful in your eating habits, you become and it ripples over, it ripple effects towards the other areas of your life. Again, connect with me. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And of course, as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. So if you are not yet a smart holder of Be Learning e-card, then let me invite you to personally become a mental model collector like us and be part of Be Learning Society, which is the tent maker of Be Learning Homes for mental fitness. So as a Be Learning e-card holder, you'll enjoy a 5% food and beverage discount from B Cup Coffee Republic. You'll of course get a full access pass to the live monthly model master classes of Pastor Coach A plus a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. So if in case you are new to the concept of mental model and if you are asking what mental model is, then A mental model is an explanation of how something works. It's actually the concept, a framework, a worldview that you carry around in your mind to help you interpret the world and understand the relationship between things. So it is your actually the model that you have in your mind that allows you to interpret things and to perceive things. And mental models, of course, are your deeply held beliefs about how something works and how the world works, and why mental models are very important, especially now, because by building up the base of the most valuable and universal mental models, we have at least 600 mental models. You're actually building up your tools, you are building up your arsenal, you are building up the trunks of your knowledge. So, diba, kung may tree of knowledge, yun po yung trunks ng tree of knowledge mo that you can use for the rest of your life. And mental models are actually a critical category of knowledge that gets more relevant over time. Again, it gets relevant over time and can be applied across a wide array of different domains in your life. And the next mental model masterclass will happen on August 21, which is a Saturday at 7 p.m. So Master Coach A will cover the polymath mental model. So if you haven't heard of the polymath mental model, then I'm sure you have heard of the saying, Jack of all trades, master of none. So it came from the polymath um, mental model. And oftentimes when you talk about jack of all trades, master of none, it is perceived, no, and given a negative connotation. But in here we get to break it down. We get to debunk the myths behind it. So you see we have Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Richard Feynman, Ben Franklin, Thomas Edison, Leonardo da Vinci, and Marie Curie as polymaths as well. So in this session, you get to learn how you can combine skills that you have from being a jack of all trades and become the superstar in your very own field. You get to create your very own unique skill set. So discover why the polymaths will win this 21st century. So register now. Connect with Coach Rizal to 0917-586-1661. And of course, for those individuals who intend to embark on a journey of becoming a certified life coach like us, Master Coach A now offers co-actively co-create life coach certification program. So this is actually a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life, so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. And this includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live business bootcamp with a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. And of course, the program package includes many more bonuses. So just connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities awaiting for you in this very fulfilling profession, which is actually the second fastest growing profession in the world today. So I invite you to join us for another coaching conversation later with Coach Cherry for coaching for lip formation at 2 p.m. and with Coach Zell for coaching for purposeful living at 4 p.m. And once again, this is Life Coach Candy Teng from Life Coach Philippines for coaching Think Talk, because coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us in the Philippines. Laba boom, laba boom, laba boom. Bye-bye.